So, hey everyone, it's guest 273 here, again. As if it would be a shocker to hear me. So, anyway, you all know the drill. It's Saturday, so it's time to play some single-player Heroes of Might and Magic 3. But before I do that, let us do the also standard audio check, just to make sure that everything's a-okay. And oh boy, I can already feel that I can hear my computer in my stream, because it is like super duper loud with the fans moving. So, audio quality is stream, because it is like super duper loud. Yep, alright, audio quality is fine. Chat, unfortunately, we can't really check it yet because it hasn't loaded for me, but hopefully somebody will type something in the chat and then we'll be able to see it. So, today we have a pretty interesting sounding map. It is a Shadow of Death map, of course, for 4 players, same as plenty of the previous maps, but this one is called Golems Aplenty, and yeah, I hope it should feature some golems. And of course, when talking about golems, there is only one correct answer to this question or dilemma. Who should you pick? And it should be Josephine, the golem specialist. So, Golems Aplenty. The wizards to the south have finally left their valley after a millennium of experimenting with golems. This leaves the local warring lords an opportunity to move in and grab the generators. If you can become the first lord to amass enough golems, you will have a definite advantage. So I think Josephine should be able to do that. She should be able to amass the most of the golems. Like, you know, the wizards left, but they sent Josephine back to collect the golems. We will need those. They're a good design. We can use them to defeat the other factions. And yeah, gonna be using gems as my starting bonus, as it's the least impactful one. And let's just jump right into it. Let's see what the map has to offer. Tan color, because I thought it's like one that we don't play too often. For some reason in the Shadow of Death, they don't really like to give you the option to play as a tan color. But yeah. Oh boy, it's loading slowly. So, the wizards to the south are gone, probably tired of the fighting going on to the north of them. It's time to take what they left behind and use it to defeat the other lords at war with you. So, the other lords at war with me are Calh, Broghild, and Ash. So, 2 Infernos and 1 Fortress opponent. That is quite interesting. So, we have Genova and Deramit in our tavern. The town seems rather normal, nothing's like forbidden to build. That's always something you should check. What can Josephine tell us about herself? Josephine was the first to successfully animate a modern stone golem, creating a process that was much more sophisticated than that used for the gargoyle, on which her research was based. Ah, so that's why they don't feel any emotions. And actually she makes them speed 4, so we can take the entire army. We don't have any gargoyles. Oh, and actually she has haste. What a great hero. Sorcery but no combat spells. That's kind of a classic, isn't it? I saw, by the way, that the bug was fixed in the recent Hotep patch. That movement should now be smooth. And I also realized that my streaming software was capping the FPS at 30 for some reason after its latest update. So I changed that back to 60 as well. So I think the stream should be much smoother now than it was in the previous like 2-3 weeks. So I think we're gonna grab the campfire and then go 2 gold piles so we can get the second hero. And this map actually has an underground, which is a pleasant change. So campfire, which gave us 4 wood. And yeah, let's just... Ooh. Still feels a bit choppy though. Not gonna lie. I do hope that it updated, and also I would like to slightly increase the volume. I felt like it's a bit low. So 500, that's not too much. 1000. This, if it gives us 500, is not gonna be enough for a hero, but still, it should save us a day. And actually, I think maybe buying a second hero. Who could that be? Dermot, Genova. Actually, unironically, maybe Genova could be a pretty good second hero. We could already do some fights with Josephine, truth be told, but you know, with Tower, the Golems or the Gremlins, you probably want to keep an upgrade. So, do we go for the ore pit? Do we go back here? I think we will want the chest. And yeah, I think we will be heading back here. So, yeah, we're just not gonna build anything. Don't really have the resources for that. And I do think we're gonna actually be taking Genova as the first hero. The extra 350 gold is always pretty good. And yeah, speed 6, so we'll leave her one centaur. And I think she can grab the ore pit and we should be fine. Oh gosh, it's not really smooth at all, is it? Maybe. This feels choppy as well. Well, maybe we'll get used to it. That's quite a cope right there. And I guess we're taking the extra ore. And there are a few other chests here. We could buy out our third hero Dermot as well, to get all the army together and then upgrade the workshop. I think that would be like a really good idea. So, now we actually have some ranged units. I think we can position our troops a bit better. And yeah, we do want to fight these familiars. I do think they are like free experience. And the animation speed. Okay, now it does feel relatively fast. That's kind of good. Oops. Well, completely mispositioned first battle of the day. You're not allowed to be choppy and sloppy. So, let's take the Mario's Tower and let's go for the second treasure chest. And yeah, our Solmyr is on the other side. I wonder where our opponents are. Maybe they are, two of them are in the underground and one should be somewhere here on the map on the opposite side of us. Can't really build anything. I guess we can build the upgraded workshop. Yeah, let's actually do that, because we're gonna be upgrading the gremlins anyway. And buying out the other hero. I feel like that's just makes sense to do. Take the ore, we can take the little bit of gold. And yeah, 1000 experience. Scouting or archery. Usually I just cap out the archery and then I prayed at a second Inga's estates. But I think actually scouting in this particular setting for Genova would be quite good, so she could see a bit further. We do see a workshop here that is quite decent, so let's take the gold and let's buy out the Dermot here and immediately upgrade the gremlins. She starts with, we can buy out the others, and then I think speed 5 is fine. The golems are kind of slowing us down. And maybe, just maybe, we would take the slower army with like another hero like this. We'll quickly head back to the town with Dermot, because I think the Master Gremlins gonna be quite a fine addition. So, yeah, the slower army. We could like already be going for these golems. I think the army that we have now is like good enough for that, but let's not do it quite just yet. I don't really see a purpose. Well, we could build something in the town. Marketplace, for example. Yeah, like a marketplace if we get the wood and the gold. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. We're going to be trying to pick up this, and we can end our turn over here, make our hero a little bit faster. And then I suppose we can fight the griffins and the ice elementals in the next turn. Meanwhile, Dermot here can probably grab the tent, and we should be fine with that. And yeah, as I did say, I could also build a lookout tower. I could see some objectives. I mean, if not now, then when? That's a great other question, but maybe. I sense that we have a lot of gold around. I do think we're going to be developing for the city hall pretty rapidly. So we're gonna stick to the original plan. So, Genova. Do we recruit these Master Gremlins immediately? I think actually no. We're gonna wait a little bit before we do that. This map seems to be quite rich. Oh, actually 2 gold mines in the biome. That's quite something. And also Sephinroth here. So, nomads. And don't really think Diamond is able to do this fight. So, I'm actually gonna take the entire army. Gonna march down here. We don't want to... I feel like this could continue and loop around, but the Griffins, like the Crystal Cavern, is guaranteed to not continue around, so I'm gonna take all the troops except like leave her with 1 gargoyle. And let's fight these Griffins. Actually position these slightly slower troops. I feel like this should be fine positioning. Quite large quantity of Griffins. Hey Sprocket, build the Titans. I will try to. Sprocket, you have to tell me, is the stream looking choppy or not? Because there was an update which said that they fixed a few things, but to my eyes it's more choppy than it was before. So, speed, speed. I feel like we should cast haste on these. And yeah, even though the Griffin got the hit, still feel like it's fine. Okay. Defend. I think we can hide all that, hide all this. Defend and maybe, just maybe, because otherwise the haste would expire. I think we're fine losing that 1 centaur. We would rather save the mana, even though we actually also have mysticism. So 13 centaurs for all the griffins. I could flag the Crystal Cavern, or I could not flag it, and I could leave it up to Diamond here to flag it. I do think we will do this, and we'll exchange the army around a little bit. As in... wait, hold up, I would rather just give her the slower troops. Like this. Does feel a little bit silly to switch the armies forward and backwards, but it is what it is. So, Town Hall, we can't really build it just yet, but actually we can. Let me sell some resources so I can like immediately build it. Feel like this should be fine. We have a bunch of gold around, and yeah, it's not gonna be a problem. Too soon. Perfect quality for playing limes. Okay, it's good that the stream looks normal, because previously it looked quite choppy in the last few streams. And I didn't quite notice it. I only started editing the descriptions and whatnot. And this week, and yeah, we do see the golem factories. This map is interesting because it doesn't have the loss condition to like urban condition to capture all the factories, so they are actually in like in how do you say it, secondary objective, but one that is probably much encouraged. So we'll actually leave Genova like this for a while, and yeah, as I did think this would loop around. We have an artifact, we have 3 piles of wood here. I do think we should fight these, even though we're gonna lose some Master Grem. You what now? They think that they are super duper strong. Am I that weak? I thought the gremlins, especially since they cannot morale, should be like strong enough to... Actually, we probably need to do this. Oof, actually they immediately went for the gargoyles, I didn't expect that. Kind of have to. Yeah, like, pretty dicey fight. think we should be finishing off this elemental. Did I walk into a fight that is bigger than I can handle? I mean, we do have limited shots. Wonder if I could have used my haste a bit better here, but... Okay, maybe let's hit the... bigger stack, right? I mean, 1 to 2 and 1 to 2. And now I guess we would be hitting this stack. Okay, maybe the elves will finish the 1 stack. And yeah, oof, we have run out of ammunition. Meanwhile, they still have plenty of shots. I didn't really take this into account. That is quite sad, is it not? It is. Maybe they want to shoot the elves? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, didn't expect this many casualties in such an early fight, but yeah. The gremlins only have 8 shots, so yeah. Also all my centaurs died to the large amount of griffins. So yeah, did not really take that into account anyway. I guess that's why it's very good that we still have Josephine, or Genova here. She can go and she can take these master gremlins, or regular gremlins rather. We can upgrade them. Looks like there's a fight here. I wonder if it's just better to come back and, like, let's say restore her mana. We could do this. Get some more movement points. Yeah, let's get the Mage Guild. And yeah, we do have Magic Arrow, so that's the one I was looking for. Did we roll anyone interesting in the tavern? And no, not really. The other heroes don't really... I don't vibe with them, you know? So... yeah. So I was thinking we'll actually give... Deramite 1 stack that is decently fast. She will go and she will pick up the wood. Genova will take the other units. And technically we do have, what's it called? Josephine, excuse me. Don't know even my own heroes. So, it's gonna have the obelisk. Looks like there's snow where the grail is, and that is not here. And I think we would be going for the wraiths and for the rogues. I think we would just be going to the town. We have the spells now, and we could... We do have mysticism. We could actually take the wall of knowledge. And then day 7 we can build something like Golem Factory. We could also just build the Sculptor's Wings and the Golem Factory. I do feel like the chests and the gold mines that we have here should bring us to a more... to start, which we can afford to spend more. That's... yeah. That should be the case. We'll actually buy... oh, we're gonna have some gargoyles from Genova. So that is fine. So, yeah, we should probably go for the gold mine first and then get the secondary objectives that are not gold mine. None. Rumors have it that the wizards to the south had hidden caches of inactive golems they planned to use but never did. Finding them might be helpful if they actually exist. I do think they should exist. Imagine the whole map was just a big myth of some golems existing and then wouldn't exist. So yeah, engineers probably could not have done that fight. I guess we can check what is in this shrine with the Deramit. Kind of missing out on giving ourselves the artifact for a little while, but it should be fine. And I guess we would be giving ourselves the gargoyles. Genova is going to be slightly too slow to go into the town, which is quite sad. And yeah, let's go and fight these rogues, or actually let's go and join these rogues. That's quite good. The only other unit that, you know, sounds like a gremlin but isn't a gremlin. Actually, also let me close the HD launcher. I just realized that something left open. Mood for a fight. These guys we don't see. The rogues here giving us valuable information on whether or not the creatures are in a mood for a fight or not. I think we should be fine even if they are feeling quite moody. So, some of my mana gets stolen here, have some more. That's not good. Yeah, that's really not good. They're just gonna get the hit on Master Gremlins here. Guess we would be taking the retaliation. And this time, yeah, of course they can reach. This is dirt terrain, so. Oh gosh, he mismoraled. I guess the golem has to finish. This fight I didn't take quite well. I took it like actually super poorly. So anyway, we can deposit the troops here. And yeah, I think we would be actually going for an Altar of Wishes. So we can get some genie action going on the second week. And yeah, so next week is gonna roll around. We're gonna have 2 more heroes in the tavern, and I think that's gonna be quite fine. So Unicorn week. We have Astral and we have Evasions. 2 pretty good wizards, I would say. Except that one is a navigator, actually. Protection from fire. And that's a spell that we do not have in the Mage Guild, but that's a spell we're probably not going to be like actively pursuing. I think Dermot is just gonna take the water wheel and then head back. Genova actually could go for more Master Gremlins, or we could just simply take the ones we already have. And yeah, we could try to ferry them over to Genova. And yeah, probably going for the second gold mine first would be like a very smart idea. And of course went for the obelisk. And I guess in that case, Miss Genova, you can also visit the other objectives. I don't know, the stream does seem choppy to me, so. But I guess my viewers wouldn't be trolling me. It would be funny if you guys have like a better quality than I do. I'm secretly playing on the lesser quality, but no, that shouldn't be the case. Unless there is some like real magic involved that I'm not aware of. So, we have a problem that everything is kind of fast, so actually let's haste up the golems. I do have an idea what we can do. We can, yeah, just try to brawl with these. Mr. Dwarf, Miss Merald. We do have army from 3 different towns, so I think we will be buffing this man up. It does seem like that was quite a good choice. Mr. Dwarf, even though you cannot reach, we will still respect you. And then we can't really move before they move. And then I guess we can do the ranged shot and boom. And boom. Armorer or mysticism. I feel like we're getting hit in the face quite a lot in this game, so we're gonna take the armorer for now. Are we gonna take the stone gargoyles? That is another great question. I guess we could do this. And then I think we will actually skip the stone gargoyles. We're gonna take the regular gremlins and then we're gonna interact with the Genova. We're gonna do the crystal cavern, the second one in the biome, by the way. And then I don't see a jump on, by the way, and then I guess the water release. We want to hit up all the objectives here that we can. So, grab a little bit of gold. Don't really need... I guess technically Diamond could also do something with a little bit of army. And let's go for the city hall. So we have some economy and also we could buy out another hero. You know what, that does seem like a good idea. Although we don't have the money just immediately. A stick there. Oh, actually this costs exactly. 1 gremlin costs exactly 10 gold to upgrade, so that is quite a good way to do these maths. We can leave Astral on 1 gargoyle, and I guess he can like explore what is here, so we would know if a secondary hero is going to be doing that or not. Ooh, red is here in the golem land already. That's quite bad. Kind of expected, but not that quickly. So then, I guess we'll be going here. This is kind of the closest we are to the Shrine of Magic Incantation, so I guess we would be grabbing this one first. We're gonna get 1 knowledge from the town, and we're gonna get 1 knowledge from the Garden of Revelations as well. So, then Genova can grab the regular gremlins. We can give the master version of the gremlins away, and this guy actually triggers me because he exists. What an unfortunate fate he has. And yeah, we could just place her here. We could just use one of our heroes as an army mule. I guess speed 6 is the fastest unit we have, so yeah. Genova is not very fast at the moment, but we're working to fix that. And then Diamond is gonna get the spells from the Mage Guild. And I guess she would be going for the Learning Stone. Astral is going to go here first. Oh, there are actually 2 fights. I guess we can peek in the Den of Thieves, and this doesn't actually connect anything up north. So everyone still has 1 town. And everyone has kind of tier 6 units besides me, but that's because the AI starts with more. They start with resources while I start with none, essentially. And these 2 fights are actually quite big, so we would be bringing Josephine up here, probably, to do them. So then, next question, can we build the capital in this turn? We're making already over 4,000 gold a day. Okay, red went back to his land, it seems like. So, do this, do that. Ayden's army doesn't seem... Ooh, he also has rogues, doesn't seem that big. Fight these engineers, which are in a good mood for a fight. That auto result was actually quite fine, I think. We will take that. Then we will fight the water elementals, which are also in a good mood for a fight. Everyone wants to fight this for some reason. And here I think we can bolt those down a little bit. Oof. MS Morale's striking this again. I feel like it would be quite good to get rid of the rogues at this moment. And let's shoot here and block with the rogues, and that way we actually get rid of them. And we do also have mysticism, so we could spend a little bit more extra mana. And now it looks like we will be keeping the rogue. So, are we flagging the sulfur dune? Considering we have exactly 0 sulfur, that does seem like a really good choice at this moment. We could also just... Well, I guess we're making our hero fast like this, which is quite a valid thing to do. And then I guess we're picking up the ribcage and everything else with it. Diamond could actually get 1000 experience as well. and she could help, and Astral would be going here as well, joining everyone in this party. We do want to see what's in the switch hut. We will build up for the castle, and I can't wait to actually get the capital very, very quickly. So, Red here in the Golem land. Hope he's not looting too much. So I think we're just gonna take gold, so it doesn't really matter who takes the chest and who doesn't. Josephine can walk like this. We can do that. We can give you the items afterwards. And yeah, speed 6. I don't want I would rather keep him alive and get rid of the mismorals, or the chances to mismoral. Grab this. Earth magic is a very welcome school of magic, so we will take it, of course. And then wolf raiders should be no problem, right? We can't really outspeed them with the haste, and we can't slow them down, so it's gonna be one of those fights. And thankfully the golems cannot miss morale, so yeah, since we cannot miss morale, we can just haste up and deal with these. Very good thing we have done, and then Astral can help us by taking away the junk in our way, and I guess he can also step aside. We do want to see what's in Switch Hut, and we will be building a capital rushing like a newbie, but we already have the genies built up, so that's why I'm not too worried. I guess Josephine will be going like this. Genova. I guess we're making the main hero fast, and we're also checking out what is in the switch hut. It is offense. Offense is an interesting one. I guess if we have armor and we would have some melee things, we're not gonna have like good attack skill on a wizard. I guess we can always just go after the attack skill later, but then again we have quite a lot of melee troops. Maybe we will actually be grabbing this. I do think there is value in it. Yeah, everything else is just fine. Deramet, 22 creatures in the mood for a fight, 16 archmagi in the mood for a fight. Well, everyone is in the mood for a fight, so be it. Red is almost breaking through my golem break. That's kind of quite sad for me, so take this. We'll kind of swap the units around. We'll finally be back in the town, I suppose. And then I guess the next most important thing to grab for every hero would be like the wall of knowledge, right? I guess we would be also grabbing the genies just in case we're getting attacked. The genies are slightly faster, so we would be doing it like this. And then since Genova is the fighting hero, or Josephine is the fighting hero, damn it, like we got two heroes with similar names, so I keep thinking about one or the other, but at the wrong times. Trying to plan ahead with multiple heroes, what they will do in their turns. This guy can't reach, so we're happy, and I think he's just gonna be getting a metal bolt in his face. And yeah, he gets blasted. We have a worse ribcage available to us, and then we could set up these two heroes to do these fights. I guess we could, right? Dermot could go and do this engineer fight, carry the army back. Astral could then do the swordsman, for example. Then we could carry the army back, and then we can even maybe try to do these columns with our main hero. That's assuming I'm going for like master genies, but that's I don't see a reason why not to do it. So, we could also grab another hero, Evacious here. We would be having like a super mixed army. So, anyway, I do think it's time for the Master Genies. And every fight should be easy, especially since we can buy out all the units. So we would be doing something like this. She's even giving the items away. Then, let's leave on Gargoyle. Maybe we would not be using the Rampart army. I feel like that actually might make my life better, can get more Genie 1 stacks. I don't feel like those units are kind of worthwhile, the stacks that they are taking up. So, something like this. Genova would be giving that army over to Astral, including all the items. Astral and Deramet would be interacting like so. Astral doesn't have spells, oh actually he does have spells. He was in the town at one point or another. Deramet, I feel like this is a fight right up your alley. Without losing the Master Genie, please. So, that's good. That's good. That's very good. And now let's hope they don't morale in our face. We don't have a haste and we don't have a slow, so that's pretty bad. Okay, quite good. Well, Astral not gonna be able to reach that quite yet. I guess in that case Josephine is just heading back and preparing to break out on these golems. I really hope she doesn't get like rudely assassinated, you know what I mean? And yeah, she's gonna be fine with the advanced mysticism. I feel like that's fine. And I feel like Genova will be fine. Or like Astral will be fine reaching us back into the town. So so Genova can go and grab the little resources that we have left here. And how far can you reach? Like even further, so something like this should be fine, considering she actually has to take the items as well. Alright, that is fine. Week of the Badger, so new week, of course, kind of didn't plan for it, but it did happen. And we have Solmyr and we have Malekith here. Solmyr is actually going to be an instant buy, but don't think we will need the extra army in this fight though. Proper play would probably be cursing him. Ooh, Frenzy. That's quite an interesting one. And yeah, he is quite speedy, but do we hit him? Do we not hit him? As I did say, cursing this man would be the best gameplay we can achieve. So maybe the big genie stack just goes. Maybe we also buff this guy. Oh, it's no good. So do this. Then we could hit, or we could just take a retaliation. Crawling with the golem is kind of something we are happy to do. Okay, we can advance our intelligence. She is already very intelligent. She can become more intelligent, so around that. Almost perfect movement, but not quite. Yeah, we'll leave her on the one rogue. We'll take the items with us though. Then I think Genova is like set up to be this hero that just picks up the stuff from around the biome every week. At least she's the one that's closest to the, you know, to the troop dwellings. Astral, I think you can reach the town together with the help of Solmyr. And as such, we should have no problems with anything. And is Josephine coming back for level 2 spells, maybe? No, I think we've wasted enough time already, being in this biome for 2 full weeks. I think we could upgrade, let's see, the parapet, though. So grab these, grab these. Let's buy the upgrade, even though we can't afford all of them, 100%. So, still worthwhile, because give one over to Astral. Actually, we can give all 7 over to Astral. He will restore his man and he will be quite happy with what's happening. And then, yeah, Solmyr can reach Josephine, so we can try to upgrade the rest of them. 690, got him. What a good number. So, we will need some more. And yeah, I do feel like they are gonna make a decent fighting stack, so boom boom. And then, can't wait to finally get rid of the dwarfs. You know what's coming. The dwarfs are getting rid of. So, Diamond Golems. The 2 giga combat spells. And of course these can't morale, so we will be quite happy fighting them. Yeah, they just broke in half essentially, so we'll be waiting for them to come closer. Let's advance our offense, which is a skill we got from the witch hut, and then I feel like actually getting more. Oh, 1,000. Whoopsie doopsie, we should have planned for this tonight. Should be fine to just sell some wooden ore, and actually some mercury as well. Yeah, let's get some spell power. And Mr. Pyre here, she does have some golems, but not the, you know, like, she doesn't look like she's menacing with them. So, boots of speed would be quite something, some other items which would be decent, but what I'm very interested in is this 2-way monolith. Where does it lead? It should lead to the Andra, to Red's biome. We could say hello to him with 171 golems, or gremlins rather. Don't like the fact that they're looting this, but I can't really change anything about it. So, Astral would be restoring his mana. Does have quite a bit knowledge, quite a few points of knowledge. So yeah, I think he got one from the garden, one from here, and he didn't get one from the school. But he is chilling. Solmyr could very similarly just get 6 extra gargoyles, have 7 1-stacks, and since he hasn't gone to these 2 objectives yet, he could do so. I don't know, actually we'll be taking the gargoyles first, and then Veramit, well, you do have some potential as well. I think for you we will be actually spending 1,000 gold to get the spell power, and then you would also be going for the garden. And then we would want the other hero, like Astral, to follow us. We'll also buy out these mages, maybe we can reinforce Josephine with them. So, this looks like their zone, and I do want their town. Looks like they don't have any other towns, so... But then, ooh, Inferno, yes, there's an Inferno. So my question is, can we beat them? We only have magic arrows, and the sultans would be like a pretty big problem. Don't have visions on anything, can't really get more army, can get like some stone gargoyles, which are not gonna be that useful, I think. We should try, I think. How much can they have? 1 week of growth, and we do get a glorious victory, even though most of our master gremlins are getting blasted to shreds. So we do want them to come outdoors. For that we need to win the shooter wars, essentially. And yeah, I do think these guys went into the lava. That's quite something. And then they shot the 1-stack. That's pretty annoying. Guess we're getting rid of all of these and we're blocking them, so the sultans cannot troll me too much. You guys sure the stream isn't choppy? Because it feels very choppy to me in certain fact. The pit lords, we'll hammer time and then we'll hit them again. So, who are we blasting with? With what magic arrow now? I think the dogs will be fine. Actually, the demons. Fine, and then we'll try to hide all. We didn't. It's a shame. And then the one dwarf. Actually, we're getting rid of the rampart army with this battle. So, last down a majority of these. Guess the genie will wait. And then we can't really get all of them. So we'll suffer another round of shots. But then we have deleted all of them. So we took their town. We can actually get the wisdom needed to learn the higher tier spells. And the other town is kind of fine. I guess we'll buy the Red Pyre. Technically the good idea would be to buy the other hero here. You know what, actually that's a very good idea. Indeed, I'm happy. Guess you're a smart boy. You figured it out. We can just leave Josephine on the Master Genies in that case. And we could kind of even scout a little bit with Malekith here. They have an underground passage, a subterranean gate. And yeah, we can do something like this. Something like this. And yeah, Astral's recovering mana, so we already have 2 towns, but Red seems unbothered. Ooh, and the other hero comes out, and that is Calh. And Malekith is defending. Calh looks like he has some items. Wonder actually what's more important. Well, I guess the beholders are more important as a shooter. Maybe I should have accepted that auto result as well, by the way. So, I think my golems are going to be the stack that's going to be carrying. And, well, are we hitting him with a 1 stack? Can't really hit him with any of the bigger stacks. I think we will just be defending here. With everything, basically. I think the towers will get them, so maybe we can attack something else already. Something that the AI usually likes to attack, like the dogs. Okay, they've broken a hole in the wall. We are not bothered by it, as we can simply stick our golems in the hole, and they should be fine. Okay, Cal's special unit has been destroyed. Any other holes? Yes, there's one hole, we can plug it. Okay, that's still fine. My man is doing quite a lot of magic arrows on us. And yeah, they're waiting for the door to be open, but it's just not going to be open, is it? Feels like that's not going to be the case. Actually, we can plug the last hole. These guys ran out of shots for such an intense battle. I wonder if it's worthwhile trying to... Well, he already skipped his turn. Well, oops. Can't really... We're too slow. Damn it. That's pretty sad. Well, lost 2 Master Gremlins for nothing. And he has a few items. So, Malekith is gonna get that Wisdom and Sorcery. My man Malekith defended and he actually got some cool items for it. Then Josephine can get these cool items. Yeah, Josephine can get these cool items. And I guess Malekith, since he is... Here, I almost feel like I should give him some 1-stacks. He has a bunch of mana, which he recovered in this turn. He can cast some lightning bolts. Well, no, he cannot cast some lightning bolts, he can cast some magic arrows. I do think with him we will flag some things I do want to check out at the... Well, first things first, we'll get the rogues. We'll use these as his like 1-stacks. And then we'll check the subterranean gate, if it's safe to go here or not. In my main town, I'm gonna build just these Sculptor's Wings. Then, Mr. Astral is gonna snatch the few resources we have here for free. Mr. Solmyr is going to grab... He's gonna grab his air magics, because of course he is. Dermot is gonna grab that. So, actually the one rogue that we saved could be coming back to join us, so we'll actually grab all of this army. That's pretty good that I had the money for that. And I don't really want to leave the town completely empty. I also would like some higher tier spells, so maybe what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be grabbing a little bit of knowledge here. We're gonna grab these 30 imps. We're just gonna head back and we're gonna put these imps in the town. And then we're gonna move out, back over here. Maybe we'll reinforce with some other troops from the town with like Solmyr or Diamond. That seems like a decent idea. It looks like they're gonna be attacking my town. They do have some golems, but not quite like what you would expect from a map called Golems Aplenty. Looks like they have golems a few, and it looks like they were just visiting this underground for the first time because they have some resources left here. Yeah, juicy resources. Malekith, I could improve you as a hero, or I could just let you grab the resources. Like, guarantee it as a goal, you know. So, it's fine. Genova will be taking that. Actually, Solmyr, you can have that. Solmyr will be taking the spell power. Indeed, and then he's gonna be going home. He is like an apex defender. Technically we would like the 350 gold hero to sit in the town, but I feel like it's fine. Diamond here as well. So we'll do this, we'll do this. And yeah, Diamond has a bunch of mana, so she can just have some 1-stacks. And maybe actually give her 1 magi. She's not gonna be regenerating the mana. Funnily enough, for this town defense, I do think a level 2 mage guild is better. Yeah, because then we get a better way to spend our mana every single turn. So we'll grab those, we'll grab those, we'll grab actually the whole army, essentially. Then, Mr. Astral. My man... He's gonna go and explore. He's gonna be unbothered. Yeah, look at this gold pile here. Look at this sulfur pile here. He's just gonna go and take the goodies, which we have rightfully earned. And then... also level 2 spells here. So what do we get? We basically got pretty much the same spells. And then Josephine, I think with this setup, just because she has the bolt that is like super powerful with sorcery, she would be able to head back here and deal with Pyre from the other side, as well as take like the Garden of Revelations and whatnot. So I think we are very ready for both scenarios, no matter where they go. They go here and they're too slow to reach me. That's like superb, actually. We can now turn the attack on them. So Malekith can actually hear there's a lot of chests. What is here? It's like an underground golem factory. Do I make you into another hero? It's kind of risky. Maybe this is where Josephine would be heading. And yeah, the Daramith. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna swap these guys around. I think Solmyr with his chains. He can go in, he can do some damage, but then again these are golems. He would just be doing damage to the others. Grindon is here as well, so we have another good hero. We can also build a Naga pavilion. Grab these and then head back. Ooh, I do have an idea though. Ooh, look at this though. We grab these nomads. We make it like halfway back. Take Daramith. We take these away. Actually, maybe since these guys are like fragile anyway, I'm gonna give them a chest plate, which I don't really like, but sure thing. So and yeah, let's actually blast them like this. And then, how much health does this guy have? We could blast down their ballista, which is going to be quite funny. Actually, that would be really beneficial to me, wouldn't it? They would have a ballista specialist without a ballista. That would be quite something. So, 55, we would need 100. Delete this guy, he is a combat unit after all. And then, well, that feels fine. So then Daramith is completely able to... Let's go here with her. Let's actually buy out Grindon. I do like the 350 gold heroes. They fill my treasury with 350 gold. We will also immediately equip him with some 1 stacks, right? Actually, we can like leave. Let's say leave the rogue behind. And then we should be able to just brawl down all these. Are we? Do we have a need for that though? That's a great question. I don't think there's a need for that. We could just sit in the town and be completely fine, basically. Astral here, I was thinking we would be missing some gold. Ooh, I do see an objective we would be going for with Josephine if she went back here. I do think Astral will just keep exploring. There is an underground, the subterranean gate there. I think Genova should also be exploring, but she is a little bit, what's a good way to say it? You think they would attack her? I don't want to risk it quite yet. I think she would just be fine standing here. And then Josephine would be going for this factory, for this Garden of Revelation, for this shield of courage, and then perhaps going back to the subterranean gate. Maybe we can... Maybe Malekith can take these 2 chests for experience, and then he can become the Inferno biome, you know? The guy who just looks after the town. Yeah, that also makes sense. Let's fight with these guards. And yes, sadly, everything's magic resistant. Actually, let's slow down this fool. So now he's the same vicious speed as we are. And actually we have fully buffed our golem. Oh, I guess we can buff up the genie. And still we will magic. And then, oof, look at him go. he is actually powerful. Brawling like a madman. And let's get the sorcery. And too bad you can't upgrade these guys here. I guess we will be buying out the rest of the golems. And actually we're gonna get the other stack for a speciality. Ooh, in a small clearing you find a group of immobile golems. As you approach they come to life and join your army. Oh. 30 golems. Like this here in the Garden of Revelation location. I guess we're taking the gold boys in that case as well. Oh yeah, let's go golem army. That's what I was expecting. Hell yeah, boys. Okay, can't afford the boots still though, but we can beat down this wyvern. Wonder if there's any more clever locations like this. So anyway, are we building anything in any of these towns? I guess maybe the pools here are pretty cheap. And is there a point for the lookout tower? I guess rather let's grab level 3 spells, so let's be building up to the higher tier spells already. Red is gonna be attacking my town. They're not gonna be successful. It's kind of funny, let's try to drill down these guys with the magic that we do have. Oh, this guy stepped on the mine. That's quite the prank we played on him. Or rather the town. So no hole here, that's pretty good. Once again, I do think just a minute or two. Still pretty fine. We can attack this guy at the end of the turn. With the obsidians, that's fine. And then this guy's a bit too slow. Let's shield the gargoyle. And let's have the other two. Guys, I guess let's shield these. I think would be fine to just put them there, right? Let's move these up. The rogue will take retaliation. Oh, actually the guy didn't die from a single landmine, but this guy died from 2 mines. We keep on pranking them, which is the most important thing in all this. Let's keep on blasting him even though he's mostly magic resistant. Just keep punching him. And my good sir, I think it's nights out for you. And boom. Pyre gets defeated. We got our breastplate back, which they didn't get to use. We will take our earth magic, and Red has been vanquished. We have vanquished our first foe. 200 gold. You find an old dusty book in the cellar, and titled 1001 Ways to Use Rusty Golem. After reading the table of contents, you decide it's junk and sell it to a passing antique merchant for a couple hundred gold. Yeah, Josephine doesn't need a guide for golems. She just she knows how to do it. She's a natural one at it. And yeah, unfortunately we can't really buy the boots still though. So yeah, heading here for that. Astral is going to be a campfire. Wonder, I guess we would leave that for Josephine. Is she like level, or she would be kind of very close to the level that is needed to do things. These 2 fights would also be right in her way. I do think Dermot is now a pretty good secondary hero. And yeah, as I said, Malekith is gonna grab, well, so much for the experience. Gonna grab a little bit of experience. He's gonna head back and he's going to be using the Inferno army, mostly, for his endeavors. And I guess since Greenland is very close, he might as well do that. I do think we would put Genova indoors. We don't really want to lose her, she is a decent hero. She hasn't visited this quite yet. I think for Genova we will actually give her that one pixie. She is quick on her feet, running around the kingdom. Guess we're just taking basically everything we can scrap by. I don't think we would, like one Magi was not gonna make a big difference in the army, but I do think something like this. So, another hero who is just capable of running around and magicking people. Do you want anything for her? No, she has like decent stats, decent skills. Guess we'll take the spell power, and I guess we could also go for the Garden of Revelation. And then we would need another hero. I'm waiting for the new week's hero. I don't think these mines are that important to flag immediately. Although technically, New Week's army is not going to be that important, is it? But then again, we might fish out a good hero. Not that important, though. So yeah, do you think we will eventually want the upgraded Magogs in this town? They're going to be the main stack we're going to use for clearing. In fact, I think maybe Malekith over here isn't going to be capable of clearing things like super quickly. Just on his own, you know. Guess he will be checking out the obelisk. And yeah, flagging everything here on the way. Astral. Well, that's kind of a dead end. So we can check this quantity here. This kind of feels like the Grail was here, right? Maybe there's snow elsewhere as well. Looks like they were digging a hole. Like through dwarfs, can't really reach that. But we can fight these wyverns. Ooh, we can join these wyverns. Apparently they're very tameable. Very friendly as well. You come upon a fight between a necromancer and a paladin. The necromancer blasts a paladin with a firebolt, bringing him to his knees. Acting quickly, you slay the evil one before the final blow. The grateful paladin gives you the shield that saved him, Lion Shield of Courage. What a cool lore for a shield that is pretty good. Well, gained plus 16 in our stats. It's fine. Genova, I think she can also start her week on that location, and the Hermit can go through here, and I guess she can grab these things. She can go and get the one spell power, maybe even +1 knowledge. And that should be fine for her. So we can't really build the Cloud Temple. We are lacking, actually, wood. That's something I can very easily fix. Okay, let's actually build a Cloud Temple. That seems like a very big brain idea. And I guess we would be upgrading these anyway, right? So aspect growth. Oof. Quite the thing. I think we will be going... We don't have a pathfinding, which is pretty sad because we will be suffering terrain penalty here. Do think that... What's the chance that we don't cast something for speed on these? Okay, yeah, that's not a big chance. And let's go punch them down. These guys can go back and we go forward and we punch them down even harder. So this, this, and this. Making a golem, giga stack. So then, Mr. Astral is indeed getting the obelisk. Malekith, we actually have a gem pond here. And yeah, in the new week, what heroes did we get? We got Theodorus here and we got Elmore. Theodorus was tortured by one of the previous maps. Quite badly, might I add. He was the little brother whose controller was unplugged in the first attempt. The AIs were toying with me, left me on one town, and then just didn't come and attack me for a very long time, which is a very strange AI behavior. I hadn't really seen that before. So, nomads. Maybe we can. Let's take away those golems. I think that's. Yeah, that's gonna be quite good. Well, we can't reach that. Guess we can take a little bit of luck. Get the alchemist time, get the ore pit, get the town, get the school of magic, and then head the other way. And then I actually think for Theodorus we will be like also grabbing the immediate you know, stat boosts in our biome. We could go for a resource silo here. We could potentially go. Oh, that resource silo is built already. You know what? We will need gems. We will be building that resource silo. Should have checked what hero was behind him. Maybe there's Lena. Whenever I don't check, there's like Lena behind the hero I didn't check behind in the tavern, so I miss out on like a large chunk of gold. Just the way it is. So this. How about you be slowed? This. Oh. Try to make the golem faster than the flies. Ooh, he is faster than the flies, and so he can just smack them once. Very easily done. Let's grab the earth magic. Actually, very large quantities of experience. Centaur's axe. Very happy I took the offense now, offense and armor, because of the like shield basically are starting to work. Teleport, quite a decent spell. I guess we can go for this chest. And then we're not going to be quite high enough level for the library, like immediately. Ooh, Dragon Utopia, that's an objective for sure. Ooh, Blue is here. You're not supposed to be here, fool. What are you doing? What are you doing looting my biome? Astral is... That's not what we wanted. And green is here as well, actually. Astral has one artifact, but that's not quite the most impactful thing. So, yeah, grab the crystal cavern. Grindon here. Grab a few resources. Genova, maybe we can reach, like maybe we can snatch the boots of speed with her and then reach another hero. That is what I was thinking. Diplomacy, I think it's a bit too late for that. Most of the map is like scooped up or getting scooped up very rapidly. Theodorus can then replenish his mana. We could get an artifact merchant. We could also upgrade kennels to make the second town more functional, in the sense of what troops we could use there. Astral is being attacked by this Broghild, and he looks like he has also found like one big cache of golems. His army is quite sad, so I think we will be trying to abuse that fact a little bit. Maybe the Hypno Master could Hypno some units now. Aha, sad, I knew it. I knew you would be sad. Spell will affect no one. And I guess we could run away with him. Just to save that Crest of Valor. Ooh. He went behind here for something. Wouldn't be losing this chest unless... Yeah, we will be losing that chest, so that is quite sad. So anyway, Astral. I'm gonna be bringing you back in this second town. Daramit needs some assistance. She needs her slower army taken away from her. Okay, that's amazing. Then... Yeah, we can do that. And... I'm mean, I suppose these heroes are like... I guess Genova is fine just sitting here. So Malekith in his new biome, I guess if he's just learning fire magic, because he doesn't want to get anything else with fire magic. I think he offered me that level up like 3 times already. So we are of course gonna take it. Can't really refuse that. And then Mr. Theodorus is very happy to just sit here and replenish his mana. Mr. Grindon as well. I think he's in a similar situation. Both of these guys could stack up their units very nicely. We will take one. Genie will take this. I think it would be Theodorus who would be heading out. Grindon is giving that 350 gold, so he is always worthwhile. Olema or Ashka, what are you doing here? Without a book, nonetheless. Is that man ever going to have a book? Don't think so. Strangely, we are lacking wood. Ooh, in a small clearing you find a group of immobile golems. As you approach, they come to life and join your army. 40 golems. That is quite good, indeed. Offense. It's gonna help us a bit with that. We will fight the big birdie. Can we reach? No. Just you could just nuke some of them out of existence. You think he would? I think he wouldn't really. Maybe kill one. Yeah, that's kind of fine with me. So this. Learning would be the thing that gets us to the higher levels faster. There is a Utopia here. We do have like a decent setup for a Utopia. So level 11, we would be fine without the learning, but I do feel like we have good skills, which will come together very quickly, enable us to do the Utopia, defeat this Broghild, and be quite happy about what we can have. Does it make sense to upgrade the factory? I think it does make sense to upgrade the Golem factory. So, Josephine, not gonna have to protest in the library like in one of my recent meme videos. It's kind of funny, I can meme every object and then I can self-reference till the end of time, basically. This is a good luck, so let's of course take it with everyone. Dermot, we'll do that. I think Genova, it's time for you to have a book. Girl, you can ooh, 2 gold mines, of course. I didn't realize that those were missing yet. Like that I hadn't found them quite yet. So both Astral and Dermot will be replenishing their mana. And then I guess we will be unifying the armies. Maybe Dermot will be heading through the subterranean gate. So then also we want to reinforce my main hero somehow. Feel like grabbing these golems would be fine. Grabbing the magi as a ranged stack would be fine. We'll give you 1 genies just so you're fast. This golden pavilion. And using these as a solid stack would be quite good. They left me alone here, which maybe indicates Broghild sees that I am stronger than he is by quite a bit. Followers, I actually should have fought these, I think, but maybe we can bring them into the Utopia. I will need some good luck artifacts. Actually, this is more impactful, the +1 speed. And combat is going to be way more impactful, so Nagas are super duper. Oh my god, 1600, are you kidding me? Every time I see some of the units' prices that are like overpriced, it shocks me. They made them so expensive, like, it's unbelievable. So Theodorus, I think he just goes as far as he can go. And yeah, then we can reinforce Josephine. She can do the crypt in the next turn. Do the factory, do these sea dogs as well. I think we should be fine. Okay, Broghild goes away. He doesn't want to bother me. Crown of the Supreme Magi is better than this. Skull Helmet. Kinda wanted to take it last time, but we couldn't reach. Can't really reach this. I guess we can go and beat down the golems in this factory. Well, actually, no. We couldn't. So there was nothing to beat. General actually bringing in so much gold with the flagging of the gold mines. It's kind of funny considering she herself is a gold mine. So Theodorus could give me the good army and take away the bad army and then use the bad army on some other objectives. I do like the idea of that, you know? And then these two heroes, what are they doing? Technically Deramit is like... she's been to half of the biome, basically. I guess she would be taking the attack skill, the little stat boost here and there, and then 3 heroes would be going into the underground at the same time. I do like the idea of that. Then they can swap around, and when one of them runs out of mana, we can kind of use the others, right? We just need, well, need a lot of things. I'm not going to be building that lookout tower though. And Astral is going to grab a little bit of that. So, okay, now Theodorus does us the favor of a lifetime by making our hero relatively more fast, at least on the snow. He himself will be suffering as a result. What is here? Magic wall. Ooh, didn't realize that that's the case. Very nicely hidden magic wall. Considering there is one here. I wonder if that's an accident, actually. Probably not, but it does look like one. So, like 7. I'm trying to count. I think this should be fine. We'll just take the crypt for no casualties. Yep, putting a vitality. Another free thing. Add it to our list. Kinda want to... want to have these golems for the Utopia. Maybe we'll use the other like the secondary troops for the Utopia and then head back. So Malekith is kind of the first individual to run around this whole biome, it seems so. He can also grab the fire lake. So buy out all of these. You can buy out all of these. I guess just an Inferno army in general. Well, apparently no. Apparently demons were too expensive. Actually, let's do this. So then Astral can do that, can give that away, and then Astral can just follow the footsteps of Deramit, essentially. That way it's much easier to control who's going where. Okay, so do you think for Josephine this fight should be really easy? Is there a way we can prevent damage? Well, damn it. Maybe we still can. Just morale? Nope. Well, it was worth the attempt. Okay. Well, actually earth magic would be fine. And then we have quite a lot of loot here. Guess we can take the chest on our way back, and then we're heading for the Utopia. Theodorus doesn't want to run into Broghild though, but he does want to explore a little bit forward. And then he can head back, and then we can check the Utopia's size. So Malekith, the spell power. Right, we grab going here. Should do something like this. Leave him and just with the Sultan. And well, whoopsie doopsie, we're a bit too slow. And then I suppose Astral will be starting his turn here. And that should be fine. So anything we can build now, we have basically everything we would care about. Maybe we can upgrade the demons though. Okay, Week of the Earthworm. Pretty good. So I do think Josephine is like ready to do the Utopia. She has the like army necessary. Of course it would be better to upgrade all of these. I don't want to lose the gremlins, I don't want to lose these. I guess we will be using like the armadillos in that case, and then well, we already have negative morale, I guess. Yeah, the armadillos will have to suffice. So 1 stack of a genie. I think this should be good enough, right? Yeah, the golems are gonna be carrying. So everyone gets a shield. Slayer, that's kind of fine. Oof. And I guess we want to attack the biggest stack of dragons, as they're the biggest threat always. And then 6 minus. Actually, this is a maxi Utopia. That's something I didn't immediately realize. So then Stone Skin. Then give him some speed. Nope. Didn't quite work. I think we will be hitting the gold dragons. Let's wait. Oh, -4. Yeah, that's quite good. And then this guy. There's no place where he couldn't reach. I guess we will be doing. We can just haste the golem and then prayer him. Nope, didn't quite manage to do that. So hit them like that. And yeah, -3. Wait, and boom. So actually punched down some dragons. So air magic is my last thing, would be quite good. Ooh, and we have found ourselves 2 really good items and a bunch of gold. So a much better sword. I think actually Theodorus now. We have town portal. We can leave her on just the very fast genies. And you, Mr. Theodorus, since you are the secondary hero, I will give you the other things that are less relevant. So Theodorus. We'll be exploring here forward with the army. Josephine will just be heading back. She doesn't have enough movement points, sadly. We didn't expect to find an Earth Tome here. She would just TP back to the town. Ideally though, I would be building a mage guild in this time. We do have money to do it with now. If we could get Fly on our level 5, that would be like the best thing in the universe, basically. Or Dimension Door, one or the other. Like how they haven't taken everything from their biome. I guess this is where green or blue lives, essentially. So, we have $1 billion trillion now in the bank. So we can, of course, buy out basically everything. Let's get to the Hellhounds. Let's upgrade the demons. Let's get the demons. Let's get the Pit Lords 5 and 5. Well, sure, this is super expensive. I don't really want to do that. As funny as that sounds. Then Malekith. Yep, thank you for that. You can have the entire army. I guess Genova's just going for these imps and then going for the windmill. Okay, so Malekith is battle ready. He will be the first explorer boy here. He does have the lightning bolt and he does have the blind. He's not gonna need much more. And we can bully some dwarfs. Let's put this guy somewhere in the middle. And fantastic stuff. We could give him mysticism, but I would rather not. And then perhaps there is a chance these gogs will want to join. A traveling merchant offers to sell you 1,000 rusted golems, but you refuse. What would you do with 1,000 rusted golems anyway? Well, use them to fight, but I guess no. I guess that's not an option in this map. So, we can take the rest of the army. Also... we could town portal to this town first with Josephine as well. This seemed like an idea, so Malekith... yeah, these guys actually did decide to be followers. It's kind of a shame, Mr. One Magi. Sorry, but you're gonna be left outdoors. These guys we are gonna fight. Gonna be free experience. Leadership for a overlord. I think actually leadership is pretty good for Inferno. And then I suppose we would be taking experience for him as well. So Malekith is exploring the underworld and he's doing it quite well. So I think we would be taking this. I have an idea. Maybe Theodorus. You can move forward with the army that you have here. I will give you one genie. I'll take these guys because I can upgrade them. That's kind of the reason behind that. And yeah, this man can just become the next menace to society. So we'll leave the gold back where it's safe. And I know he keeps on just doing this one movement things, but hey, you can have some 5% resistance. We can fight over here, and you do not have slow, which is a bit of a shame, but I don't think we're gonna be needing it to win. We don't have haste either. Well, just slightly inconvenient, I suppose. And ooh, 24. And these guys have let them brew up for a little bit. Actually, 24 would have been so good. Well, it is what it is. We will continue on. So, Josephine now wishes to see what is happening in this town. So, hey there, Dermot. I would like to have this artifact. I will also travel to the other town. I don't want my units to be immune to the spell. Forgetfulness is kind of like whatever. I guess I would make it more decent here if I made their troops like immune to blind, let's say. We'll take the army that is from the yeah, the tower town. Maybe also these guys. And yeah, we can't really do too much else in this town. Then we are going back to the tower. And yeah, ooh, Serene. Get some more units. Grinnen is very happy, as you can see by his portrait. And then I suppose we would like to have 1, 2, 3, and 4 level 5 spells, and that level 5 spell is a summon elemental. Not too exciting. And I guess we will be upgrading these. So now we just have Nagas, genies, these guys, Giga Golems, gargoyles, and I don't think we can really afford the titans per se, but Then one thing which we can also do, we can grab a little bit of gold. Also grab the free gremlins. And also grab the hero here, who comes with a little bit of army, which we can very nicely upgrade. And then Josephine. So unfortunately, you didn't learn like fly. I guess I could wait for a library to be built. Can I actually afford that? What is my income? 2 sulfur, 2 mercury. So we would be a little, like, few resources short. Unless actually we do an objective, and I do see an objective here, which could yield some resources and some monies. So yeah, I do think we will be fine on that front. We'll take the slight risk that, you know, we will waste a little bit of a half of a turn of movement, rather not moving. With our main hero, just for the prospect of everything. All these dogs need to go forward, and boom. And then I suppose smash once. You beat the troglodytes and are able to restore the mine production, 1 crystal per day. Pillar of fire. Ooh, mercury, that was one of the resources we really needed. And then I think this goes back here. Yeah, so this connects to that. So not too exciting. Guess we can just go around here. I do like the golden bow as an option. I think that's gonna be what we're gonna be going for. So damn it. You could have been going forward already as well. Kind of forgot that you existed, but that's life. Sometimes you get forgotten about. Life lessons with guest 273. You sometimes get forgotten about. That is quite the brutal life lesson, I suppose. Okay, so do this, and then we will be... Oh gosh, this is so expensive. 66666. Perfect amount. So library, and what level 4 and 5 spells did we get? Nope, this was a complete waste of time. Well, I suppose we got like Bless in our mage guild as a result though, which is a spell we didn't have before. And yeah, Josephine is just going to be fast walking, I suppose. Maybe we can snatch a bit of gold. Is there any objective here? Naga Bank, maybe these chests, but then again Malekith is like the most forward exploring hero at the moment. I don't really think that's gonna be the case. Anyway, Josephine's gonna be going galloping at full speed, and Theodorus is going to learn a little bit. Going to become more powerful. So I wonder what the other two AIs are doing. Number of towns, me and Blue are first. It looks like Blue has some defense. I suspect the Titan's shield is at play. You know, I can tell these things. So, this. She will leave you with the 1 pixie. Astral now is a bit sad. I guess he will be getting the new week's army. Ooh, a tower town. Hello, who's hiding here? This is a Broghild. Can we beat this Broghild with this army? That is my question. I think the answer to that is gonna be no. We're gonna take Josephine on this little adventure. Oh, rally flag, that's very good. A stat boost, that's very good as well. And then Theodorus is just going to be going past this and trying to look for that town. Grindon will be sitting indoors with Master Gremlins. Guess we can, now we have a library, we can go build a very cheap mage tower to upgrade all of those. And maybe Diamond could be the hero we use. Yeah, actually she would be like very good to level up into things. Okay, that's pretty good. This followers, sorry but no. We would like you guys to be in our service, but no. Since we have, you know, full unit slots, I guess Scholar is something we can consider with Serena. So blue, just cowering in your town, eh? I see how it is. Afraid of a hero who has been in Utopia. I guess we could also merge together. Let's say the Golem stack and the Gremlin stack. I guess maybe, maybe not. Well, let's go here to just explore. And let's maybe try to already beeline for that town. At least where we think it could be. Okay, Astral, I suppose, waiting for the next week. And maybe we could start digging for the Grail. That would be an idea as well. So, we could hold some army we don't need in case we get joiners, but not in the next. Not in the next objective. There's gonna be no joiners here for sure. So, fight these. They are quite fast. You can just nuke one of them out of existence. Slap him hard. Bonk. All Gogs and Magogs and go to suffer. Let's take the intelligence, sandworms. I think these guys would join. Maybe we can just take the Magogs, oops, out of the army. Out of the equation essentially. And bring these back and upgrade them and then have a more functional army. Yeah, followers. Somehow I sensed it. These creatures like to join for some reason. Like in this map in particular. Maybe they're set to join because the map makers realized that somebody can just snatch all the golems and then it's not a fair game anymore. Ooh, equestrian gloves, that would be quite something. Next time we're in a town, we will be grabbing that. So, I feel like Josephine is gonna be in a town very, very soon. As she is attacking Broghild here. A glorious victory, quite a lot of casualties though. Which is understandable. What can we cast? We could summon some elementals. They don't really have anything ranged though. So maybe we should be abusing that. Should like wait for them to come outdoors. Okay, the lizard here just blocked everyone off. I mean, that's pretty spicy. Let's do AI's favorite spell, summon elemental. And maybe let's try to buff him up so he is faster. From Earth, well, that's not quite what we wanted anyway. I think he will be fine. She will be fine waiting. They will be coming outdoors, right? Yeah, they are. They are doing just that. Don't want to accidentally step on a few landmines. Right, we will just put it back. And this is kind of like, this is the best cast I can do, right? At least the stone golems get damaged by it. step on one landmine, and she's gonna step on a few, so our troops can finally try to go indoors. Well, we should be fine, right? Yep, all the landmines are taken in our path, and looks like we're gonna be losing the Master Gremlins though. We can actually implode here. Try to save those, try to hit those. Not really care too much about the nomads. And boom. Broghild, you with your 17 defense, which is actually lower than mine. Ooh, actually naval shield and glory. Let's get the air magic. Let's actually get the learning before we get the advanced wisdom. And it looks like this town has well, just golems built. That is quite interesting. So, wall of knowledge. That is pretty spicy. And a lookout tower as well. And this doesn't actually connect up there. So, ooh, Old Hill Fort. That is quite a sight, indeed. So Theodorus probably is going to be reaching the opponent's town very soon. Yeah, we can already see it within our sights, and Malekith is going to be grabbing. Magog upgrade. Serene. I suppose maybe we'll try to dig next to where the AI is digging. Earth magic, so Dermot will be able to town portal as well very soon when she is able to learn that spell. And we do have a mage guild here, so maybe there is a reason for staying here. Other than that, I guess we could also build an artifact merchant in the next turn. You know what, actually we can go back to Trinith. Then we can use the existing artifact merchant. We can do this. So we don't want to negate morales and lucks. I do think the other shield is not that useful. This thing is not that useful. And immunity to the spell, when is that going to be useful? Forgetfulness, no. Then we probably have enough sulfur. Yeah, we have enough sulfur. I guess we would be trading for Mercury next. This. Immunity against Berserk. Sure thing, buddy. Who's going to be casting Berserk on us? And then, I guess, more sulfur. Hideous Mask is something I could consider buying. I could have brought the Magi here, but that's fine. Metskinizi. What a town name. What an interesting town name. So, Gloves of Speed, Gloves of Haste, actually. And then we can see who can reach the northern town first. Is it going to be Theodorus or is it going to be Josephine? We could actually combine their efforts to reach it quicker together. So, this town doesn't have much. I guess we can just teleport to this town. So, Theodorus is going to be bringing us a glorious victory. And of course, since you can double shoot, something for haste, nope. Let's shoot the towers. Well, almost. And my main man will become an air magician. And this town is also quite good. Quite lit, as they say in Inferno culture. So, workshop, city hall. I guess a tavern here would be the most useful thing, potentially. So we can develop the town further. Then let's go to this town, Mr. Theodorus. I guess we could also sell the stuff you had for some profits. But anyway, we can merge together some strong units. I guess the golems are better than the junk that you have. Boy, here as well. casualties here, out of all places. Should we have a magic wall very close by so we can just spend mana like it's nobody's business? Mysticism or leadership, I guess mysticism. Well, I'm actually leadership. There's so many magic walls and the map is small. She's just here for the loot, essentially. Serena is trying to find the Grail. Malekith is, I guess, heading forward. Astral is just chilling here, basically. I don't really have too much else to do in this town besides chilling, I suppose. And then I would also like, I guess we were leaving. Theodorus is the defender of the town. And since Voy is like in our way, I think we can very quickly teach him. Nimbus can teach him the magic arrow trick. That's that. And the Josephine, I think she is... They should have a portal, or like, if the map is mirrored, on the side here, right? I feel like that should be the case indeed. We could be building another town for a mage guild. Yeah, there is a portal here. Could be building another town for a mage guild. Just in case there is something interesting in level 5, like a dimension door. Ooh, hello, that looked like a dimension door to me. Week of the Gopper. Like, if I've ever seen a dimension door, I think it looks something like that. So 60 imps. And that is Ayden, so yeah, maybe. Otherwise, how else would he have gotten here? Okay, do that. This remove obstacle, that's not gonna be a thing. I do still think Genova is going to go like this. And they also have a nomad dwelling, and this is where Blue is. Styg, nice town you got here. Do you mind if I visit it? Uninvited. Bam bam bam. What a plot twist. Not gonna be invited to this town visiting. So, all the Inferno troops. And swap these around. So, Malekith. We can go here, we can unify the army with Dermot. And these two guys, or gals, well, I'm gonna leave the town open a little bit. Just slightly, you know. I do suspect dimension door. I need 350 gold. So, let's buy Ayden in this other town, just so there's no incidents. Let's also try to develop the mage guild. Let's also get to the golems here, and that should be fine. Ooh, they're attacking me, but DJ Calid is unable to overpower some wyverns and a bunch of nomads. Well, the AI result was quite fine, but we have magic, so, you know, Lamau, we can do it better. I guess we were hitting once, and then hitting twice, hitting 3 times, hitting this guy again. Okay, the Sultan just disappears, and then nice devil gonna be disappearing very soon as well. with a magic trick, making the devil disappear. Okay, the devil disappeared. Then we can do this magic trick where this guy disappears. These guys are like holes. And then... oh wait, the Wyvern's not the fastest thing in the battle, so we're be losing a few of these. Well, now we can fly back with him. So 3 and 3, and I think we just get rid of those. We can take the retaliation, and then we can blast him with the rest of the army. And that is a better result. We advance our air magic, we can make him intelligent or expert at ballistics. And actually, Ayden is gonna get some troops from this, it seems like. We'll blast these, we don't want any poison action happening. Ayden is snatching troops from my Inferno, which is mine only for a couple turns. How dare you? I didn't expect that. I expected you to go for Nimbus. Did you not like the Nimbus I left for you? He was a present. An undead present, but still. Anyway, thank you for the gold mine in that case. Secondary skill here, wisdom, thank you for that. Nimbus was not wise before, now he is wise. So then, Stig. I feel like this is gonna be the end of the... yeah, Blue Kingdom. Stig didn't have much to say there. The genies just flew in, smacked her once. And I guess smacked her, nomads. So, we do have some fun spells. They do have quite a quantity of troops now. Guess we would just be... maybe we can delete something with a single cast. Yeah, let's delete the flies, I don't like them. Actually, maybe the flies were not that big of a threat. So, let's delete all their shooters and one single cast. And wait here, we can hit these. And wait. Punch these guys out of existence. Then we actually don't want to smash them. Guess we can go and attack the lizards here. Then delete these out of the existence. Shocked we didn't get the stone skin, or stone gazed rather. Well, happened there, but didn't happen before. And then, boom. Actually, I had resurrection, I could have resurrected a few troops. Anyway, we'll learn a bit, we will get expert air magic, and blue has been vanquished. I think this town also should have, yeah, the Cage of Warlords, thank you for that. And do you have any good units? No, I guess we'll buy or learn some spells like Earthquake. So, Ayden. I do not approve you taking a town, which I possessed previously. And Malekith once again robbed from all his goodies. Cyclops, I think that's fine, we can... slow them. We can whip them. And one of them gets to shoot. Fire magic, I guess we don't have a fire magician yet, so why not? And then I guess we're going to this town, eh? Chain lightning, we can become a Solmyr. We could also quickly get some troops from my main town. So Trinit. These guys, everyone loves to shoot them. These guys we can upgrade actually to finally be also pretty decent. Stack, these guys are fine at flying. Genies, and then something that isn't super expensive like the Naga. Got him, okay. Did we accumulate any more artifacts? We did not accumulate any more artifacts. Mackenzie here, and I think we can reach this town very, very soon, so... Ooh, somebody is up there as well. Through Eagle Eye observation, Nimbus is able to learn Destroy Undead and Precision. He's gonna cast the Destroy Undead, isn't he? Well, no, apparently Protection from Water is quite a spell. Yeah, it is apparently quite a spell. I can't really do much against that. Well, with Theodorus morale especially. Look, Nimbus is trying his best, okay? Wasn't quite good. Okay, so, Josephine, I think go get the Fountain of Youth. Let's go to Edgewater. Didn't expect anyone to be here. So yeah, let's not leave the town completely empty. Let's take, let's say, an Andra. And let's get some snakes. Let's beat down this Olema. Sure we can mass haste immediately. And try to blast everyone down while we already failed. He escapes. Okay, we are very, very close now, still. I guess Astral can go back to the other side, since he is not feeling very valued as a member of the community right now. So both of these heroes ended up learning basically the same skills. So it does seem like it's somewhere here, around here rather. What is this? Mr. Vampire Lord? Or, well, regular vampire. Oh, actually, wait, we have the accurate shot everywhere. Because of the bow, that's quite cool. Mr. Walking Dead, can you not do that, please? Okay, do this. Improve our attack and defense stat. Demon's Horseshoe, and yeah, I do like the fact that there is some unlooted things left in the biome. I guess we will be building this thing first. We do have the Chain Lightning, don't we? In the book. Yeah, we do have Chain Lightning in the book now. That's pretty good. And yeah, actually here, let's leave all of these units. And Andra can be walking around a little bit. Looking for... Yep, of course there's a hero there. That's quite unfortunate. Don't think we can defend the town. Josephine will be having to go back. Actually, they ran away. Okay. Nobody else is like town portal, do they? Do you have a town portal on you? No, you do not. Nobody has town portal on them. That's a big shame. Well, at least Malekith has a bunch of golems on him now, so that's something. Ooh, didn't resist. Nobody resisted, that's kind of impressive. Okay, Genova back in the town. Don't really need anything from here. Nothing here, where could it be? That's always a great question. We kind of haven't found the answer yet. I guess we can grab some golems and then I guess we can give Astral some army. Actually, Astral could learn Town Portal, but he would be unable to choose the destination of it. Are there any nomads here? There are not any nomads here. They would have went somewhere here. I think I should go for their bigger town, the Inferno first. Then I can leave some golems in the town. Let's say the gold golems and the iron golems, and nobody should be able to take that town. I should have done this over here actually. And damn it, now we're just running between the two towns. Ooh, Sephinroth is here, so wait. Protection from water, eh? Quite a spell. I'm still gonna choose to do that. The more I think about it, the more the protection spells make sense. But then again, the AI just knows what spells you have, so they're always casting the correct type of protections. Well, and then again, you could also have magic arrow. Okay, I do think we can blast basically all of them in this turn, so Ignatius. I think the time of the Green Kingdom is over. The sun has set on them, or very soon will. Just chain half that army out of existence, fly in here with the genies. We can relate to these. Well, that doesn't really do much. Should have maybe tried to shoot. Those, then, you fools, I can resurrect my master gremlins back to life. Then Ayden is here. We could. I guess we can get the Coronius and the Brimstone thingy, and we can get a bunch of spells, and we will take the... We'll dismiss the one Centaur. We'll take like those and we'll take one guy so it's cheaper to cast spells. Also grab some luck for the battle. Quite a lot of luck apparently. So then we need to go back to the fortress town. Edgewater. And actually Astral, we can finally afford some fancy boots for our kingdom, and actually we have all the components for the golden bow. One of them we have and two of them are in the black market. Not gonna be crafting that though, so no need for that really. And then I guess Deramet can also come outdoors. She can join the fight finally. Well, there's not much of a fight left now. Maybe we assassinated their hero with a grail and didn't realize it. That could also be the case. So would the Sephinroth be able to take this with her army? Let's do this. Lizards. 1 health more. Ta-da! Oh. Don't think they're gonna be taking that now. Anyway, Ash first, as she is the tougher opponent. We can haste up into their face, and, well... Actually, that doesn't really help much. I realize my army is actually quite a bit weaker now that we don't have all those fancy golems with us. still think actually the best cast is probably the Golem, or the Elemental rather. And we can haste him up so he's joining the battle immediately. Well, Chain Lightning, brother. Well, sister, that is completely illegal, but I did not expect that. It doesn't do too much. I guess we can destroy that. This, do some vandalism. And then, well, bring a few units back, even if they're not the most important fighters. Damn it, we anti-magicked one of the units, but hey. So Ash is defeated. She had some nice artifacts. We are also one piece away from Armor of the Damned, but it doesn't matter much. And actually we can reach Sephinroth now. So Sephinroth, I will show you one trick. You will be amazed by it. It's called Chain Lightning. Ooh, actually we have the Armor of the Damned available to craft. And yeah, don't think they're gonna be doing too much else. Ooh, Solmyr is back. Guess we can leave Solmyr on the other army. Maybe Ayden can go and help with the grail digging. I don't think we're gonna be finding it quite yet. And the last man standing is running for the town, and he didn't get it. You fool. I will, well, apparently these spells are not good. Any spell... no, that would be a level 4 mage guild. Well, I guess what we can do... who had... was it you? No. No. Did I sell those other helmets and whatnot? I might have sold the skull helmet and whatnot to the other things for the set. That's quite sad. I didn't have the foresight to see that we would be assembling the Armor of the Damned for the final fight, just for me on the opponent. That is quite a sad thing indeed. So I think we'll finally take the giants, just so they also get a battle. A single battle. Let's take some golems for the theme. And, well, let's get the Nagas as well, even though we can't buy them all out. So, Josephine is going to be showing us one last fight against this Ayden, this filthy heretic. We will start with some meteors falling from the skies. And they will start with a lightning bolt. How original. Mr. Devil did get to do some damage. Come on, Mr. Giant, I believe you can do something useful in your life. Well, might have been wrong. Well, Giant was here for the final fight. Air Tome, aha, that's how you got to the thing. And Skull Helmet, oh yeah, I didn't dismiss it, it's just that I gave it to the other hero, who got defeated. So, Green has been vanquished. Congratulations, all your enemies have been defeated and victory is yours. So, Josephine has found the secrets of the Aplenty golems, it seems like. In this medium-sized map. And of course, you know the drill, we will be checking out the map. So, unfortunately not one of my top 10 scores, but then again, every time I play a map, it's like technically, if all the maps and scores have an equal chance of being in the top 10, just based on the fact that maybe I get like an air tome very early, or an earth tome very early, Every next map has like a smaller and smaller chance. I feel like sometimes it's a bit random. Some maps are like impossible to be in a top 10, I feel like. So, let's load the Golems Aplenty. And of course, it's in alphabetical order. Psych, it's not. Why do you do this? No, that's the goblins in the pantry. That is indeed incorrect. Wait. Load. Single player. Golems Aplenty. We started out with our Josephine like this. And let's enable the fast movements. So, 4 players start like this, and then down south they have the land. But of course this guy has a portal, so he would be not scuffed, I guess. This guy doesn't have anything, but he has golems guarding the thing here. Quite interesting. So, my little biome had the witch hut for offense. The ribcage, well, actually quite a lot of resources, I must say. The 2 gold mines made me feel very rich. I do appreciate that. I wish more maps would do such a thing. So anyway, we would be heading here, and you kind of have to find the golems. The bits of speed that we didn't get. And yeah, the first stack, group of immobile golems. So this is what we found. This you would get for going to the Garden of Revelation. I kind of want to explore a little bit more. Maybe there can be shield. These wyverns of course joined us, but they were 6 already. Kind of felt like I did a hive without doing a hive, you know. And then here, 40 golems. In a small clearing you find a group of immobile golems. As you approach, they come to life and join your army. Okay. So, anything here? Nope. I do have the ability to fly, so finding if there are any more pockets of small golems. And actually it looks like this hole was already dug here. I am kind of trying to zigzag around a little bit. Doesn't look like the fountain of fortune is gonna produce any golems. And yeah, and this was the passageway underground. And this is one way I didn't go, but no, it doesn't look like there's anything here. It looks like they were positioned in a clever way, right? So you couldn't just randomly stumble upon them. The Utopia that we did, that gave us the Earth Tome. And the Sword of Judgment, of course. What a good item. So this town, actually wanna check what we didn't check here. Ooh, in a small clearing you find a group of immobile golems. As you approach, they come to life and join your army. So 30 more golems here when you would go for this treasure chest. And yeah, there's only one way to approach this, since this is a shrub here. It's like, this 3 would have given me the level up for free. Actually I had logistics planned up. Ooh, 20 joiners here. It's quite interesting. I wonder if maybe somewhere here, no? So what's here? Edmund's University, come learn how to construct your own golem. Edmund, are you friendly? Looks like not all the wizards have left the area, some have been left behind. It seems to guard this university. I think his name is Edmund. Okay. Actually, decent university, we could learn logistics. First aid not half bad with the buff. So what do we have here? Oh, logistics also, witch hut for logistics. Some nomads without a lore, but they're not guarding anything too spicy. So here there wouldn't really be 22. Yeah, a lot of things seem to be joining you on this map, which is quite interesting. Here you don't have any like random joiners, right? I think maybe here. No, nothing behind the wizard wall or the magic wall. I wonder if maybe something here. Ooh, in a small clearing you find a group of immobile golems. As you approach, they come to life and join your army. You can get diamond golems as well. That is quite something, isn't it? And then this how strong is this town? 30 and 40. Alrighty. And this town just has the Golem Factory and that's it. The Golem Factory and level 2 Mage Guild. So yeah. McKinsey, that's where they were building them. Like everything seems to join. What is this? I think the troops are set to be uber friendly. And yeah, in this underground, it looks kind of like similar to the one I had. Wonder if this tier 5 creature joins. Nope, these guys don't join though. Some Medusa stores, some Cyclops stockpiles similar to what I had. In my underground quicksand, you guys for some reason followers as well. And big Medusa stores. Okay, so the underground is actually quite similar for both players. Oh, I have something piqued my curiosity. What is in this? Ah, a wagon, 3 ore. Sometimes it's an artifact, so you know, might have been something we missed. Oh, actually, let's check the obelisks. Wonder if in a small clearing you find a group of immobile golems. As you approach, they come to life and join your army. 70 golems. For going to this learning stone. Lean 2 didn't have much. These guys don't join, they fight. Well, it is what it is. Nothing behind the Golem Factory. Sure thing. Anything in the trading post maybe? No. Air tome. Legendary item. And what was in there? Ooh, shield. Not their black market had a shield. These golems were just defending their property, I guess, suppose. Nothing here, right? Yeah, like you would just fight these. Wonder if in a small clearing you find a group of immobile golems. So 30 golems when you're going for the scholar, who just gives you defense skill. Kinda sad. Well, 8 wyvern monarchs have joined. Very fancy air tome. So you would kind of just naturally run into these. And well, I guess we can check the other players' biomes out. So Red's biome we kind of explored. We didn't see what was guarding things, but it's kind of fine. Here Broghild in his biome also had 2 gold mines. Yeah, 2 gold mines in the very corner. Some artifacts. What is this scholar for? Just an attack skill. Okay, that's that. Seems like an easy entrance here. 5 to 9 war unicorns versus 10 trolls. That is not gonna be balanced. Ooh, sorcery. And yeah, let's very quickly collect all the obelisks. There should be 1 in each biome. And it looks like their biome's quite boring, so 1 obelisk here, 1 obelisk here, 1 obelisk in my own biome. I probably didn't visit yet. Yep. Here, 1 obelisk in this guy's biome, which I probably didn't visit. Yep. And 1 obelisk in one of these guys' biomes, which I probably didn't visit. Yep. Here. And that's it. So, below, like some woods. Oh, here in the very middle. This is where the grail is. Yeah, I mean, technically that wasn't the only snow, it just seemed like it could be there. Yeah, this is very easy to find because there's a mound, there's some pine trees, so it's like very easy to see that. So you would get a grail here, and you could potentially develop. You could get the tower town to always have vision over your opponents, or you could have another grail. Technically, I also have a tower town, so, you know. Quite interesting, actually. I think this map is quite symmetrical, like quite balanced. Besides the fact, if you know where the golem spawns are, not all of them are the same. Some of them are actually iron golems, and some are like gold golems. And the iron golems would probably benefit the tower player more, and also the snow biome would benefit the tower player more because it's their native terrain. Kind of like it did here benefit me for a small bit. Anyway, one last curiosity. What is this witch hut? And this is leadership. Well, anyway, Josephine did indeed have plenty golems. We had like I don't know, 200 plus golems in the end there, almost 300. So I do feel like we did get to experience the golem craze. So, ooh, hey Nova Soul, I am cooking a huge map. Are you ready to suffer, Mr. Streamer? Suffer? Don't you want to make a peaceful map? You could just make a map which is like... I kind of like the Void Walker by idea, where technically you all are in your own biomes, but then you progress and you fight contested lands, and then when you progress enough you can basically unlock the accessibility to your closest neighbor, eliminate him, and then you have control half the map. I thought Void Walker was a fun map, but anyway. So, this was Golems Aplenty. I was guest 273, and yeah, I am looking for some custom maps as well to play eventually. But for now, I'm gonna thank you all for watching, and I'm gonna be heading off. Maybe I'll play something later today in the evening or tomorrow. We'll have to see. I am kind of feeling like playing a bit more Heroes of Might and Magic this weekend, since I was a bit busy this weekend. I did cook up a meme video. If you didn't see that, I'm trying to upload one video a week now, starting from, you know, this October. I'll see how long this can last. But yeah, I thank you all for watching. I thank you for your continued support, guys. And yeah, see you in the next stream whenever that might be. Guest is gonna be signing out. And I should have checked if the live streaming tab, because it's in another tab, yeah, sometimes like now, the end stream button unloads, so it has to load back in. Okay, it loaded back in, so yeah, once again, thanks guys and see you later. And we are gonna be